Hello, 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 hello. This is Rich Kale here on YouTube. Rich Gen X elsewhere. And it's time to continue with our playthrough of Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. Now, we are about to continue our solving our mystery here. Well, actually, we're going to get into it. Let's see. So, we are now going to work on the Stenwick Mansion. I shouldn't be having any trouble here. I turned down all my options.
It's this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart. Did he put you...
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. It's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Sting.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony, then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Tell me about Kimahir.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen, and as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
Is there any reason Kimahir may have left?
Yeah.
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Did Kimahir make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
I take it this is the first time Kimahir has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Okay. So now we have a missing person. Well, that's not much since there's a lot of missing people right now. Interesting. There's a dead, there's... Statue has no head. Something over here? Oh.
Chewing tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
Hmm. Ah!
Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
Oh. No? Hmm. Okay. Okay. Let me get my case book open if I can. Hmm? Ah, there we go. All right. Okay. Oh. Well, that's a clue.
What could have left these tracks? They seem fresh.
Yeah, they do. Hello? There's more of them. Hmm. Yes, often used. Oh.
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
Interesting. Now we caught that. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Alright, let's go in here. This is his shack. Interesting. Huh?
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
What's this? A spyglass.
A small Navy spyglass.
Interesting. Hmm?
A scrap of Hessian.
Hessian? Yeah, that's a wool, isn't it?
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
Oh. Interesting. So now we're learning some more, but what about over here? Oh, what's this? Oh.
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
Oh.
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly?
Yeah, I would say he is. He's a bastard, it seems. What's this? What's this?
Button chops. The remains of a meal.
Interesting little ball. Oh.
A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
Oh.
The ashes are long since cold.
So this tells me a lot. That's told me a lot, isn't it? Yeah.
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Yes.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
That's, yeah. Interesting.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
I don't think this is it. Doesn't look right. Oh, wait. Interesting. See. Well, we have been seeing stuff. Watson just appeared there out of thin air. So our Maori servant has done disappeared. Oh, wait. Oh, yes, and I got a side quest I can do in this. Or a side mystery. Alright. Lock with an...
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to
Interesting.
borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
Interesting. Okay.
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahia's?
Yes, I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
Do you happen to know Kimahia's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest, but I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
Ah!
Has Kimahia ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimahia's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahia's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
Interesting. So that does lead to a kidnapping, by the looks of it. Aha! All right. Well, let's take a look at this one. So an unknown person was here. That would make sense. Now we have someone else. No. But that makes sense. That's very damning. No. Yeah, that looks right, because here... somebody clogged it up to suffocate, to knock him out. No. Yes, that is what I think happened. Because that does make sense. It was a two-person team. Two-person team did
Surveilling
this.
from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
When Kimahir went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart.
Mm-hmm.
The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
Yeah, it does. Now we know what happened. He was kidnapped. Of course, we get a better idea what he looked like in this game than we did in the in this version than the original.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know? Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
I will keep it calm.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
I wanted so much to yell at him. Ah, there we go. Let's run. Now we have the key. Much more impressive. Ah! More this way. Uh-huh. What's this?
What does it say? What does it say? No seams or torn fabric on this doll. Likely one-legged by design.
Welcome to the hunt. Hey ho, street pigeons and roof ravens. Another treasure hunt is upon you. With this clue in hand, it's up to you to find all the dolls. Oh, great!
A treasure hunt. Used to do lots of those in my childhood, myself and...
Is it a call for help? A bad joke?
or both. Better not risk leaving this matter ignored, don't you think?
Ah, well, here's the card.
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair.
Alright, well, we got this, so let's then we'll continue, but... Oh.
Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahia's cart, I gather. Roy Soulsby. That be the name of our man. A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done. Many cigarette butts. Someone stood here for hours.
No, really?
A large pile of horse droppings. There was a cab waiting here. Our abductor slipped in and then off into the night.
All right. So, obviously they were watching. I'm gonna finish this off.
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
Yeah, I know. Wonder. No. So I need to find a park or something? Trying to find something. Come on, Watson, catch up. There's a game afoot. I gotta find this park. Okay, where is this? I just figured something out, maybe. I don't know. No, not here. No, can't be here. Well, where's the statue of Conan? Yes, obviously there's a statue somewhere. Up this way, maybe? I don't know. Nope, can't do much down here. Okay. I'm walking like I am right now. I want to continue this case, but I also want to figure out what the hell we're looking at here. Okay, that's Stanwick. Over here, maybe? Hopscotch. Hi, kitty. How are you? Yeah, I know. Oh. I'm trying to find something. Well, no, ain't it. Okay, that's not it. Can't go through here, so obviously this isn't it. Not in here, obviously. This ain't it. Hi, kitty. Kitty, do you know where there's a statue of Arthur Conan Doyle? There we go. No. Hello? Aha! Wait a minute. There you are. See.
A miner with a sooty face. At least, in doll form. What's this?
Hey ho, street pigeons and sewer rats. Another treasure hunt. To find all the dolls.
Impressive stature, strong gaze. I think this man deserves a knighthood. Holmes?
How can you be so sure?
On rare occasions, Watson, it can suffice to trust one's gut.
Alright. Back to Stenwick. Passing Baker Street.
Get the Strand! Get your copy of the Strand here!
Yep. Nice small little neighborhood. This one's relatively easy, I think. Okay. The horse got up. So the last one has to be around here somewhere. Finish these dolls off. Oh! ACT.
Seems to be for me. Seems to be for me. Unnaturally bent legs, yet they look to be a design choice.
Okay, now inside a gate. Interesting. Well, we know where this spot is. Mingo. Hi, kitty. In here. Maybe in here? I don't know. Oh.
A model of a homely room and fireplace. Chimney bears a peculiar form, like it's meant to have something put inside.
Yes.
Looks like a factory to me. Wonder what could get the gears inside moving. A small minecart. Endearing, if disturbing. Looks like putting something in the slot may get the gears inside to move. Anne.
CA.
Charles.
Wait a minute. T.
Tom.
interesting. But now what? Is there something in here? Oh.
Children's clothes, judging by the size.
Aww. Hey ho, street pigeon. Oh! Well, you know. Ha 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 ha!
Padlocks have names etched onto them. Anne, Tom, Charles.
Ah. What's this? Certificate of death? Oh, jeez. God. Oh, the kids. Mary.
Tom, Charles, Anne, and Mary. Last doll seems recently made.
Yeah. Under a bridge? To the smartest pigeon of them all. You finally made it. You found the last piece of the puzzle, but not only the last piece in the puzzle, it's the last piece ever, my street pigeon. I know to a lot of you my riddles were the only glint of light in your day, but shining that sole beam meant being surrounded by complete darkness. With Charles's death, the third of our foursome, my lips have lost the ability to smile. Life has forced us to work where we don't belong, squeezing that little light we had out of us. Each day ended with me praying that the next, when I'd have to climb down the chimney again, breathe those awful fumes, listen to all the screams, would never come. And I don't even know how to pray. My friends thought I was the strongest, but with every loss I felt smaller and weaker, and now I feel nothing at all. So goodbye. I hope that one day you could fly away to warmer places, happier times, and never again be forced to give up your life for scraps.
Not sure I like the treasure hunt's ending.
Could we really have saved her, Holmes?
No. Solving this crime is beyond my reach. It is society who must work on sparing children from death by hard labor.
Well, it was a small one, but it was fun. It was, well, started out fun, but, you know. Now, let's talk to Stenwick. Because we have, I think we gotta talk to him. Oh, let's see. Well, now. So now we have a lot of information. And we got Watts in the suit. Okay. So now let's talk about what are the notable features of the abductor. Okay. It's not the clothes made of Hesh. So, let's see. We know that the spyglass is an item. Yep. That sailor's knot is also an item. Ah! All right. And footprints. These tell us a lot. Camilla was abducted by a sailor. And where does this trail lead? Okay. So, we know that the abductor is a sailor. Now we just need to figure the items out. The wallet was saltpeter's one. But also... Yes. All evidence points to the port of London. We now know that Camilla's kidnapper is most likely a sailor. That his wallet bears saltpeter residue, and that there was a recent saltpeter accident in the port of London. Everything suggests that to find Camilla, we must head to the port of London. There is no time to lose. This is vital that we find a cab to the port of London immediately.
The Strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident. Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
Hi, Kitty. There's a little girl that's no longer with us, Kitty. I know.
Excuse me, just one question.
No, I don't know anything about that.
Now, why did I... Ah, there's a cab, I think. Okay. There's a cab. No. Ah, here's our cab. And I think this is a good point. You cannot return after leaving. Be sure to finish everything here you wanted to do. Well, we did. We solved the cases, and we solved our small, tiny mystery there. So, I think this is a good point to call it an episode. Well, we finished chapter 1. Might as well do it. We'll move on. And then next time round, we'll investigate. We'll start in on our search. So let's do this so we can get a nice little save point, huh?
Where to go? The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
So, in our next installment, we'll be starting chapter 2. Blood Red Night. Port of London. By the way, if you made it this far in the recording, thank you, and put in the comments the sad story of the children. And we'll go through this cutscene, then we'll call it an episode.
Mr. Holmes, what a compelling mystery we have stumbled upon. Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
I did not take you for the superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Perhaps, before the war, my time abroad was difficult. Once, I came across an Afghan, bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said, so as to gain God's favor. After that...
Dr. Watson?
Yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in, and things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favor.
And you were rescued.
Yes. A detachment of British soldiers found me.
To whom I'm grateful. Without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
To each his own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, do it. We must press on, cat or no cat. The question remains, why abduct Kimmer here?
Alright. Cursed Mermaid. Interesting. Well, like I said, we're going to call it an episode here. As always, is a Rich Kale here on YouTube, Rich Gen X elsewhere. I invite you to subscribe to the channel and check out all the other playthroughs I have up on the channel. Besides this, I am working through various other games and franchises. I'm working through Descent. I'm working through the Vampire. I'm working through the Bioshock series, currently on Bioshock. Working my way through the Assassin's Creed series for both the channel and the podcast games from Found. Working on Assassin's Creed 2 for the channel. For the podcast, I am currently on Assassin's Creed 3. At least at the time of this recording. Also working my way through Control. Working my way through the Indiana Jones franchise. Currently on Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. Working my way through the Shantae series as well. Currently on Risky's Revenge. And a bunch of other games that premiere at 3 p.m. in a 2-week cycle. Also weekly, 10 a.m. I'm having stuff premiere. 10 a.m. on Sundays right now, it's Tomb Raider Remastered. Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3 Remastered. Tuesday, it is, Monday morning, it is Alone in the Dark. Tuesday mornings was reserved for fic readings. Wednesday morning, first 7 Final Fantasies. Thursday morning... Thursday morning is usually Dead by Daylight. Friday morning is Friday morning is usually a fighting game, ladder, or story mode. Saturday's usually a retrospective for a game series I've beaten the story mode on. So let's do a quick save here, and next time round we will continue this. We'll continue Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. Until next time, take care all, and bye.